Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Can It Take a K26, the show where we take a variety of blasters and see if they can be upgraded with a K26 spring. I am your host, Captain Xavier, and today we are looking at some Buzz Lightyear blasters because I've picked up a few and I'm curious. Our first contestant is this Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger thing. It is a 3-shot revolver. It revolves when you prime it, which is pretty groovy, primes from the top, and it has noise and lights, which are nifty and groovy. But I want to know if this thing can take a K26. It currently shoots about 10 feet, maybe as high as 15 feet if you have a strong wind at your back. So, let's see if we can make this thing any better at all. Alright, well, this really looks remarkably like the internals from a Maverick repurposed. So it's reverse plunger, which does not bode well. Does explain the poor performance. K26 will fit. Whether we'll get enough compression is a whole different story. But I kind of think we will, actually. Well, K26 fit. Now we just have to put it together and see if we can actually get it to compress and catch. Well, it fit and it catches, but for reasons I can't explain, it won't actually fire. It just does that. Alright, well that was a technically. K26 will fit, K26 will compress and catch, but it didn't seem to improve the performance at all, and in fact this thing will only fire darts that are so worn that they have a really loose fit. And that's just because it's reverse plunger and it's a very small plunger at that, so I like the aesthetics. If I were doing some sort of a cosplay with, like, that needed a weird ray gun, this would be an excellent choice, but I would probably replace the internals with something else entirely if I wanted to get any kind of actual performance out of this thing. On to the next contestant! Our next contestant is this Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger looking thing, more of a rifle. This one fires large, well, not large, but green balls, and I was fortunate enough that it did actually come with ammo. This will also fire about 10 feet, 15 with a stiff wind at your back. Primes from the back, has a ratchet, closes, fires. I have my theories, but I'm curious. Let's get this thing open and see if it can take a K26. Okay, this is weird beyond words. So I open the blaster, and a cluster of 6 catch springs fall out. And it has one catch spring in it, and they look to be the same as that. But these ones look like they were dropped in here while the blaster was being made. And they look like incredibly good, very heavy catch springs. So that's just neat and weird, and part of the reason I say my prayers to the gods that I do. Unfortunately, this thing takes a tension spring, not a compression spring, so there's definitely no way it's going to be able to take a K26. Alright, well, we'll put it back together. Alright, well, that is a no for this because it turns out it uses a tension spring, which I kind of suspected it did, but I wasn't sure, so I wanted to make sure. So, let's recap. Alright, for those of you keeping score at home, or who just skipped to the end to see the results, that was technically a yes for the Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger pistol, but it didn't seem to make any difference, and it didn't seem to work very well at all. And that was a no for the Buzz Lightyear ball-firing, rifle-y looking thing, because it actually takes a tension spring instead of a compression spring. However, it was apparently a magical source for free catch springs, which was just weird. Tragically, not a particularly interesting episode of Can It Take a K26, but tune in next week when we'll be doing another pair of Toy Story-themed blasters. I've been your host, Captain Xavier. Thank you for watching.